everybody, this is Tina. Welcome to my video today, you guys. I'm gonna make a quick card using stamp set today. I originally thought I would make these cards to go along with these Starbucks cups that I created. I've already uploaded the video for this and you can see it on my website as well. But after I got into making the card, I realized that it was too much alike for the cups to actually use them. So I'm going to do something different and not for the cups. And I'm just going to make this card for you guys. So I'm starting with a Whisper White piece of cardstock. I've just cut that in half at 4 1/4. And then I'm folding it in half. For my card base, I'm taking some Crumb cake cardstock, and originally I was going to have this cover the whole card, but instead I decided to have a little bit of a white border, so I just cut this at 4 by 5 1/4. And we're going to work on this piece first. I'm going to grab this paper right here. I'm going to make one of these cards in each of these colors. So I'm going to go ahead and use this purple piece here, and we're going to trim that at 2 1/2 by 5, and we can just attach this to the crumb cake piece. I'm going to go ahead and use quite a bit of adhesive because this is embossed with the Subtles embossing folder, which means it has some texture to it, and I really want to make sure that my designer paper sticks down to this. So we're going to put this piece right here, and then I'm really going to press down on this and make sure that it attaches. I'm going to take some linen thread, and I realized when I started making these cards on my Facebook Live on Friday that I am almost out of linen thread, and I probably need to purchase some more. So I cut off a pretty good size because I want to go ahead and wrap this around here quite a few times. So I'm going to do like 3 times. The great thing about doing it this way is you can adjust where your bow. Next, what I'm going to do is attach some foam to this. I'm just using some fun foam with some double-sided adhesive, and then we'll add some snail adhesive to this part, and we'll go ahead and layer this onto our card. So next, what I've done is I've taken my stitched rectangles, I've cut out a piece here, and then I've stamped the little guy on here. And what we're going to do is color him with our watercolor markers, or pencils. I've stamped him in crumb cake, and then I'm going to use the early espresso pencil, and then this is Gorgeous Grape. I don't have the lighter colors and colored pencils, so we're just going to make it work. And what I'm going to do is, I'm not a big fan of coloring, so whenever I'm doing any kind of coloring, I like to make it simple on myself, and I like to try to not overthink it. So by using watercolor pencils, it's going to be great because it's going to be easy to do. So I'm just going to add the color in here that I want. His little hands will need some color. And then up here we'll need some color. And then let me show you what I'm going to do to lighten this up and make it look a little bit more polished. So we're going to take our Wink of Stella, and I recommend that you have just a little scratch paper, especially if your Wink of Stella is brand new. And because these are watercolor pencils, when we add the moisture from our Wink of Stella, we're going to get a really fun watercolor look. It's going to smooth this coloring out. And then what I'm also going to be able to do is just take the tip of my Wink of Stella right to my marker, or right to my pencil. I don't know why I keep calling them markers, you guys. I've been using my blends quite a bit, so that's probably why. I'm going to be able to pick up some color from the pencil itself. Get it right where I want to. You want to be careful. You're just using Whisper White here, so it's not watercolor paper, and it will break that paper down when you're using it. So then I'll come up here, and I'm just going to work with one color at a time. So even though there's some pink right there, I'm not going to go into that pink color until I'm all done here with my brown color here. So I'm gonna add some color here to his face, and I know it looks really messy. It does not at all look like very pulled together, but you can achieve that look by then just adding the Wink of Stella over it. You get a little bit of shimmer, just like that. Then I'll go ahead and wipe my Wink of Stella off, and then come in with the pink, like that. And then I'll add just a little bit to his cheeks. And then go ahead and just lighten that up. So now I'm going to go ahead and use the Gorgeous Grape for the little shirt here. And I want it to be quite light because I want it to blend in kind of with the Gorgeous Grape. So I'm just adding a tiny bit of color. The more pressure you put on your colored pencils, the darker the color you're going to get. So we'll just go really light, and then we'll bring in our Wink of Stella. And I'm even going to go right over those buttons. I'm not even going to worry about it. I'm telling you, I want to keep this as simple as I possibly can. And that's really going to be all we're going to do. So now what I'm going to do is go ahead and attach this to some paper. This is some Highland Heather cardstock. And because the rectangles are a little bit wonky, they're not exact kind of measurements. It's a little bit hard to, when you want a photo mat, you kind of have to eyeball it. So I just attach this, and then I'm just going to show you what I do here. I just sort of eyeball it. And I did pretty good. If I needed to, I could totally adjust my image, but it turned out pretty good. So let's go ahead and finish up this card. I'm going to go ahead and put some foam on this guy too. The great thing about when you're using fun foam is it doesn't give you a lot of dimension, so you can add dimension to several different pieces. Sometimes if you have too much dimension on one of your layers, you might hesitate to add foam to another layer. So I'm really enjoying using the fun foam like this. So I'm going to go ahead and add this guy here. And then what I've done is I have a stitched circle here, a small one, and then I also have this tiny punch here from the Bloom by Bloom bundle. And we are going to take the Easter greetings and my Highland Heather ink pad, and we're just going to stamp Happy Easter in this circle. We will add this little guy here, and then of course we will add a rhinestone right to the middle of that. Ooh, that was almost a disaster, you guys. Let's close that up so that doesn't happen again. And then we're going to add this guy here, just like so. And then let's go ahead and decorate an envelope to go with this. And then I'll show you the one that I made on my Facebook Live. I made the blue one on my Facebook Live that you can see. I've uploaded that to YouTube, even though it's the same card. I thought you guys might want to see how I come to figure out this card, because when I sat down to do the live with my Facebook on my Facebook page, I did not have a plan. So I just was like, let's figure this out. This is the product I want to use. This is kind of what I have prepped. And the plan definitely changed a little bit as I went. So I'm just adding this designer paper to the flap of this envelope. You could do an envelope liner inside, of course, but this is a cute way to decorate your envelope as well. So we have this one, which is the Highland Heather purple one, and then we have the blue one. You can see my coloring was a little bit different on the blue one. I was kind of figuring out those water pencils. So I hope you enjoyed seeing this video. You can check this post out on my website for photos, and all the supplies are listed in all the places you're watching this. And I hope you're having a very crafty Friday, and I will talk to you guys next week with more projects, probably featuring this little guy. I hope you have a wonderful weekend, and I'll talk to you later. Hanging out with me today and watching my videos. Here are 2 other of my most recent videos. I would love for you guys to subscribe to my channel and give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and I will catch you in my next video. I hope you all have a wonderful day.